so when I'm back, before we get to it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the search box. Follow my channels. With that being said, make sure you watch the full video. Let's go into it.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Florida rapper 350 Heem being shot and killed at his mixtape release party after somebody couldn't afford to get in the club. July 29th, 2023. Gunfire erupted outside of the Jade Fox.
Wait, first off. You know it's an event. You know they're charging. You know it got to be at least $20, $30 to get in. And then two, it's not that serious to get in. You can't get in. It ain't meant for you. It wasn't meant that day. Go somewhere else. Go have fun somewhere else. It's not that serious. That's sad as hell, bruh.
Lounge at 1:51 in the morning, right in front of two off-duty officers working security. They watched as a large fight broke out in the parking lot when a black female started firing into the crowd. The officer exited his vehicle before chasing down the female, who decided to run, throwing a gun behind a parked car before surrendering. With the 48-year-old woman shot at the scene, a 25-year-old man was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
48, really? 48, really? Bro, you didn't need to be there anyway. That's sad.
He was identified as Raheem Bacon, but more commonly known as the rapper 350 Heem, who had just signed a deal with Motown Records and was celebrating his mixtape release at the lounge. The all-white celebrity party was promoted through social media and was being hosted by Heem's older brother, former NBA player Dwayne Bacon. An on-scene witness would describe to police how it all went wrong. The witness would state she had a confrontation with two women earlier that night over them not wanting to pay the entry fee. She would identify the mother-daughter duo as 48-year-old Regina Orr and 23-year-old Jamila Johnson. Eventually they'd pay, and shortly after, the lounge lights came on, signaling everyone to start leaving.
Crazy.
The two women, still angry they had to pay the entry fee, confronted the witness once again on the way out when the mother punched the witness in the face, causing a brawl inside of the lounge. The fight spilled outside, where the witness saw the daughter pull a handgun and take aim. At that point, the witness immediately turned around, running back inside the club when several gunshots erupted. The officer chased and eventually arrested the daughter, 23-year-old Jamila Johnson, for the shooting. 350 Heem could be seen in a graphic video uploaded to social media as a man carried his limp body into a vehicle before he was driven to the hospital, where he later died.
I just seen the look, like the shock on his face, and he was like he was staggering from the fall, and he just fell right beside my driver door. We got him in my passenger seat, and his sister drove along with me in the back seat. You know, she helped assist, and I told her to hold the wound or wherever he got shot at, which I think was on the side, and I told her to make sure he was still breathing the whole time we was driving there.
The second gunshot victim turned out to be Jamila's own mother, and she was reported to be critically wounded as she was taken from the scene by ambulance. Officers recovered a stolen .40 caliber Glock 27 from the scene, and a total of 4 spent shell casings would also be found. The only problem was 2 of those shell casings were .40 caliber, while the other 2 were 9mm, meaning a second shooter had yet to be arrested. This also left the possibility that Jamila may have killed 350 Heem and may have shot her own mother after her mother started a fight with a lounge employee. Jamila would be charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted.
Why is you out with your mama? 1. 2. It's 2 of y'all. Y'all couldn't afford to get in. You couldn't afford. That is your personal issue. Not, it wasn't like, oh, somebody said, well, I don't know personally, but I'm quite sure somebody didn't say, hey, show up and I got you. And if they did, that should be the person that you're mad at. That's crazy.
felon and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, with many wondering why she hasn't been charged with murder. In situations like these where two different calibers have been left at the scene, it will take an autopsy and forensics to determine which weapon was responsible for the murder. The Glock 27 is believed to have been fired and tossed by Jamila, while the person who fired the 9mm weapon is either unaccounted for or may possibly have been security. If a .40 caliber bullet is removed from the victim's chest, an enhanced charge of murder can be expected. Otherwise, Jamila may possibly beat the assault charge, as she's not shying away from the fact that she fired the weapon, which can be seen on camera and witnessed by police. She's saying she acted in self-defense in the defense of her mother. Not only that, but her current lawyer is seeking the dismissal of her second charge for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Arrested back in 2021 for carrying a concealed firearm, Jamila would plea out to a lesser charge of carrying a concealed weapon, a first-degree misdemeanor.
She probably trying to do what Lil Tim just did, but Lil Tim's situation was his homie the one that was getting maxed out, punched out, whatever. In this situation, suppose your mom's the one first. She is the cause. I don't know. I mean, I ain't the law, but that sounds
Meaning,
crazy.
while she may have been charged with a felony, she is not a convicted felon. With the right representation and a bit of luck, Jamila could beat this entire case. At this time, Jamila remains in jail, while 350 Heem was laid to rest, leaving behind his young son and daughter. A second shooter remains unidentified in the case, and it's yet to be determined if Jamila fired the fatal shots. Now, I've seen it in the comments, people accusing Jamila of killing Heem. I also know somebody that is involved in a similar situation. They're gonna be able to determine what bullet killed him if they haven't already. If there was a security guard from the lounge that wasn't affiliated with the two off-duty officers and he fired his weapon, and you know, they already know that, they just didn't put it in the paperwork for whatever reason because they determined it at a later time. That's why they're not announcing a second shooter, or they just haven't found a second shooter. But she's saying there's video evidence that's gonna prove she didn't kill him, or she was just acting in self-defense. I'm not sure which one it is, but at the end of the day, one of the rising rappers out of Lakeland, Florida, was killed for no reason at his own mixtape release because a mother and daughter couldn't afford what, 20, 30, 40 fucking dollars. Like, how much are they charging to get into that? You know what I mean? Like, if it's a private event, they can probably charge whatever they want to. Normal club entry, $20 fucking dollars.
25.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't. Now, I can understand if you pay to get into a club and right when you get in, it fucking closes. But at the same time, that's on you to show up at the right time. That doesn't give you the right to up fire and wanna. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just lost their life. A father just lost his life for no fucking reason over a
nothing.
split emotional decision that's now affected everybody. But I'm honestly surprised that she's only charged with assault. I'm not sure why she's charged with being a felon in possession, unless it's because she was still on probation for that misdemeanor offense and it was originally a felony. Like, that doesn't really make any sense to me. And honestly, even though people might not want to hear it, it sounds like she could beat the entire fucking case. If it becomes self-defense, that's done. That's out of there. And the fact that she isn't a felon, she's not going to get hit with being a felon in possession of a firearm. But she will have a felony charge for having a stolen firearm. That's the thing about that. The gun she had was stolen. So no matter what, she's going to be a felon after this case. I can only imagine how hard it is for everybody that showed up and showed love for him, only for him to be carried into a Benz limp on video, and that video circulating the internet as the last moments of his life as a friend and his sister took him to the hospital while he was dying. My condolences to the family. Let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section.
Oh my God. Condolences to him, his family, his loved ones, bruh. That's crazy, man. People gotta stop thinking, gotta stop letting the emotions get the best of you. Your emotions will make you make a decision that will be life altering forever. Split second, it's done. Catch you on the next one.